everyone. Welcome to day 7 of Advent Chat with Pound Strings. My name's Alex. This is a Vlogmas series. Advent Chat, of course, will be through the 24th, and then the rest will be Vlogmas as normal. But welcome. This is the first time I'm doing this, and so far, knock on wood, it's going great. I'm really happy for you guys joining me, or I'm happy that you guys are joining me. There we go. As you can see, I'm recording earlier than usual. Today is Saturday, and I'm on my weekend. But I've got a lot to do, and I'll be spending the evening with my parents, and then coming back home tonight. And getting ready for work tomorrow. So if I can get this recorded now, that would be fantastic. I've got my day 7 for the Advent calendar by Forbidden Fiber Company. I have day 7 for my tea in the usual mug, and I'll show you later. And then one other beverage you'll see me sipping on. Got my coffee. So you'll probably see me sipping a little bit more on that rather than the tea, but maybe kind of going back and forth. Alrighty, so clearly, since there hasn't exactly been a huge span of time in between the time that I recorded day 6 and now, I obviously haven't gotten any crafting done, but I think as while I'm with my folks, if I do end up working on some knitting, I'll get some progress photos, at least if it's not the secret project, because that is a Christmas gift for someone that may or may not watch the podcast. I don't know. And then also, on that note, it probably won't be done in time for Christmas Day, but then again, if you've ever heard of the 12 days of Christmas, after that, and then also, I've mentioned before, but in the Catholic Church, Christmas lasts well into the middle of January. So yeah. Alrighty, start with the tea. And this is day 7, and it's called Kinder Eisprinsessen. So the little ice princess. And this one smells amazing. I smell berries, and I forgot to look at excuse me one moment, let me grab the box. Alrighty, so I've got the box. I read through it. They're all kind of combining into one for me. I thought I'd be able to deduce which ones are which, but I'll put a caption with some of the ingredients, flavor profiles, but I remember it has hibiscus, apple, berries. One of them is strawberries. I remember Erdbeer is strawberry. Himbeer, ice bonbon. Ooh, I like that. Sounds like ice candy. Blackberry leaves, cinnamon. I recognize. Nope, never mind. But anyway, it's a nice wintry berry blend, let's just say. That's good. Has that that classic fruit punch taste, but you know, each of the hibiscus and berry teas, you know, they all have that, oh yeah, fruity, tangy. They're all just a little bit different and a little bit unique. So I like it. I like that one. That one would be good iced during the summertime. Alrighty, so let's see, what do we want to talk about today? We'll do the usual, talk about the Advent photo challenge from Busted Halo. Oh, there goes Papageno. Wait till he's finished. It's 12 noon. But for today's prompt, I haven't gotten around to posting anything yet, because again, it's recording a little earlier than usual, but today's prompt is mix and mingle. So tell me, what are some of your favorite holiday get-togethers? Is there one that you hold with your family? Do you does your work have a holiday party that you usually enjoy? Or do you have funny stories from ones that you didn't particularly enjoy but still have a chuckle over? Yeah, let me know in the comments below. One that I would look forward to was the parties that when I was working for San Diego Zoo Global, I worked at the safari park. Their holiday parties were a lot of fun every year. I definitely miss going to those. And let's see, growing up when we were living in, when we had moved to the big new house, when I was 9, every year we'd have a holiday party where we'd invite all the neighbors, and that was a lot of fun. Oh, and then another favorite memory before those was up until the time that we moved. My mom and I would host a Christmas tea for all of my little girlfriends growing up and for their moms, and we would have an ornament exchange. So that was a lot of fun, just having all my little friends over. You know, we'd make little gingerbread houses. My mom would buy kits, or kind of make like the little graham cracker versions, so they're not like giant gingerbread houses. Although that was another tradition that my mom's friend from junior high school, her daughters and I grew up together, and so they're more like cousins to me than anything else. But she would host gingerbread house making parties, and those were a lot of fun. So again, feel free to share some of your favorite get-together moments, or if there are any funny stories that you have. I love those too, and I can't wait. Alrighty, again, this will be a short one today because I've got a lot to do. I've got Christmas shopping that needs to be done for my Secret Santa for work. Also for, I want to find something to get Taylor for Christmas. I know I was planning on making the hat, but obviously that is probably not going to happen. We'll see. I don't want to say it'll never happen for this year, but just with everything else that's going on, I don't know. We'll see. But got that, and I want to pick up something for for his parents for Christmas, because they are just the nicest people. I love them. So anyway, we're going to move on to day 7 of the Advent calendar. So let's see what we've got. Ooh, that is pretty. I mean, they've all been pretty, but this is a beautiful, like a raspberry pink. And then this one is called Diary of a Housewife. Let's see, what could that be from? I don't know. Beats me. So let's find out. Oh! One of my favorite movies, Christmas in Connecticut. Ah, that would explain it. So Christmas in Connecticut is a movie that my mom and I love watching every year. And essentially it's about a columnist that, this is back during the Second World War, kind of closing in on the end. Let's see. Yeah, 1945. So this was closing in on the end of the Second World War. And it's basically about this this newspaper columnist that does has like a homemaking column with recipes, but she pretends that she's this woman that lives in a farmhouse in Connecticut, and everything's perfect. She has a baby and a son. So meanwhile, she lives in basically, can't remember which city, but I think it's like New York, probably New York. But she lives in basically an apartment, maybe even a studio apartment for that matter. Her friend, I think a family friend, is the one that does the recipes for the column. But only they know the truth about what's going on. So here, I'm going to take too long. But basically this wounded soldier is in a hospital, and one of the nurses is reading the column, and she's like, this, and she feels for the soldier who misses being with a family for Christmas. And so she writes to the columnist and asks her if he could stay at her country estate in Connecticut. So yeah. So per the description, not as mainstream as some of the classics, Christmas in Connecticut is the story of a food writer, Elizabeth Lane, who has lied about being the perfect housewife. And Elizabeth Lane is played by Barbara Stanwyck. She must try to cover her deception when her boss and a returning war hero invite themselves to her home for a traditional family Christmas. The entire runaway sleigh ride sequence was filmed in the sound stages. Okay, so that's not a description of the plot, that there was a scene with a runaway sleigh. The entire runaway sleigh ride sequence was filmed in the sound stages on the Warner Brothers back lot, with snowdrips simulated by soap flakes. It was one of the first films to benefit from the post-war euphoria that gripped America in 1945. Despite being released in August, rather than a more logical holiday time release, it grossed an impressive $3 million, making it one of the year's most successful movies. So, all right, we're back. My mom was calling me, so just touching base about tonight. So yeah, I love that movie. Can't remember what else I was gonna say about it, but that's one that my mom and I really enjoy watching, because it's just this madcap, plot line, and it's like, oh no, how's she gonna cook up this part or that part, you know? So yeah, I think that's all I've got for today. Like I said, as I do my stuff, I'll keep you updated on progress for my knitting. And yeah, sorry that I was talking and lost my train of thought. Anyway, hope you guys have a lovely day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.